My prediction is that they can see eye to eye. You know, I think humans are human, regardless of their
But
weird
one
ass.
must be sacrificed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, some humans like to sacrifice people. That's all it is.
And follow us on Instagram for additional.
Generous and came at the invitation that God gives to the people that He made is so generous and came at such a high price to
A
Him.
high price. He gave up a weekend. He gave up a weekend.
Right.
What?
He's already my favorite. He got swag.
Do you see his mustache?
I am a Presbyterian pastor.
I'm a Hindu.
I'm Muslim.
Hi, I'm Lois. I'm a Satanist.
To be honest, when I heard of
Fucking
Satanist,
lick.
my first reaction was something that does not align with my core beliefs.
I think of like a lot of darkness and evil and lostness.
When I think of Abrahamic faith, I think of slaughterings and burnings and mutilations, all in the name of God.
Dude.
To myself, I don't actually have a image or a person or a thing that I
Dude,
think of
Richard
when I think of
slays.
Satan. The Arabic word for Satan is
100%.
shaitan. He's what's whispering in your ear in a sense of trying to lead you away from God.
Tell me a little bit more about the Temple of Satan. What is that?
One of the things I like about it personally is that they are actively fighting to make sure that every religion has a chance to have a say right now in this country.
I'm approaching this with a spirit of curiosity, love to ask questions and hear more about the perspectives of the people that I'm going to be talking to.
And as for the major religions, I hope to understand why they stayed within their religion if they were born into it, or I hope to understand how they justify their beliefs.
Dude, I'd party with a Satanist. Would you? Like, would you, Fear, you there?
Yeah.
Would you be actively, scared hanging out with a Satanist?
No.
Or would you be, cool with it? I don't think, I think a lot of people, a lot of, normal people would be, scared. They'd be like, oh my god, I'm gonna, this person's gonna hurt me. But, I don't think they're that,
I've
weird.
had more problems with fucking super Christian people than fucking Satanists.
Yeah. Maybe we're Satanists, bro.
It's long, the only problem is it doesn't matter what the fuck they believe. It's just they don't fucking try to put it all over you. As long as they can fucking put their beliefs aside.
I don't know. Just be a good person. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care. Just be a good solid human, and you're fine. About the devil.
Okay, my name's Sean Gendel. I'm a Presbyterian pastor, married to my wife Kelly, and we have 3 children.
I'm Amr Isa. I'm 19 years old. I'm Muslim. I was born and raised in a Muslim household. Muslim my whole life. It's a big part of who I am.
My name is Jason Turgeon. I'm 33. I'm a Satanist. I was raised Christian and have somewhat recently converted.
My name is Ragini. I was born and raised in India, and then I moved here for grad school, and currently I'm a director at Jubilee Media, and I'm Hindu.
I'm Lois. I'm 23, and I'm a Satanist, and I was raised Jewish.
My name is Richard Leo.
Richard.
I'm older than I like to tell people. I'm a Satanist. I was raised Christian, but I am a Satanist.
Can I get my Satanists back there on the left and members of major religions on the right?
What's about to happen? Are they about to fight?
Hell is a real place.
All right, everybody line up and punch each other.
I don't actually know, when I try to think of what hell looks like to me, I don't think it's how it's been in movies or people just talk about some fiery inferno. I believe in an afterlife where there is a kind of a good place and a bad place, where what you do here kind of determines where you're going to end up.
Yeah. One of the signs that there is something greater than us out there is that we see something beautiful that we want someone to express our thanksgiving to and our worship towards. And in the same way, on the opposite end of the spectrum, when there are terrible deeds or acts that are committed by humans towards one another, that there also needs to be a place of justice. And so I believe that there is a heaven and that there is a hell, and that the gift of grace that God offers us is so generous that for those who reject it, that there has to be a place of judgment. So yeah.
Can I get my disagreeers to come in?
Personally, I would never worship a god that would send someone to an eternal lake of fire to be burned forever for the simple fact of non-belief, when that deity knows what it would take to convince every...
Whoa, dude! Look at Sean's face, bro. He's like, oh shit, this guy's about to suck my blood.
Bro, yeah, he literally reminds me of that fucking.
Sean said,
like it's like a mix of that when Johnny Depp plays that vampire, and like when he plays that weird fucking art thief, like because
So this is actually one of the reasons that I identify as like agnostic. I just can't wrap my head around like going to hell for like simple like non-belief. Like if you're a good person, like you shouldn't be punished for questioning.
What decides if you're a good person? What decides if a choice and action is good or not?
Well, I hope my God has a similar moral compass as I do.
So it's just there's nothing. It's just you just fade to fucking black.
I don't know, like leave the world better than you found it. Do unto others. I mean, there are a lot of tenets of like Christianity that teach like really good like how to be a good person. Yeah, like don't fucking murder people. Take care of your baby. You know, stuff like that. Like don't feed your kids to the wolves.
But it's bullshit about being like treat your neighbors like you treat blood. That's bullshit. Fuck your neighbors, dude.
Well,
neighbors should be treated like fucking garbage.
Why?
They're evil. Neighbors are evil.
All right, let's see what else Richard has to say about being a Satanist.
Single person on this planet. That is cruel. It is inhumane. It is not kind. It is not generous. And that is not a god worthy of worship.
He's a paid actor.
What's more, it would be damning the vast majority of everyone who's ever existed for not believing in him for a set of rules that he created.
To be fair, I feel like this presupposes that to burn in hell means that you don't believe in God. I'm sure that there are religions, and I know that there are people who believe that hell is a place for murderers, you know? And when I was Jewish, we didn't believe in hell. They didn't even talk about the devil. I just kind of came upon it myself. I believe that in the event that we have spirits and they will go on to some other realm, it's probably more of a nebulous place than a physical hell, lake, fire, everything.
I don't even believe we have souls necessarily. I'd like to see some evidence before I believe something like that.
I barely believe that we're even conscious, let alone. Like, I'm about to have an existential crisis up here.
I think the historical Christian position is that the gift of the invitation that God gives to the people that he made is so generous and came at such a high price to him.
A high price he gave up a weekend.
Hey, don't cut off my boy Sean. He's talking about Christianity.
He gave up a weekend.
Right.
He was God before.
Yeah.
He was God during, and he's God now. He gave up a weekend. If I knew right now that I could go off and die and then not die, where's the gift in that, number one?
I'm able to look at the grace that has been extended to me, and I receive it.
I want to make sure I can get a full set to Sean.
Okay, so the way that I would commonly think of it is that if I gave up the life of my own son in exchange for your life, that it is okay then for me to make the invitation that God makes towards us.
Is that moral?
Is it moral?
Is it moral? On a corporeal level.
Jesus took on the penalty that I deserved for the sins that I committed, if we're looking at the traditional Christian faith. And so I receive his gift of grace and as a payment for the things that I had done. So your question, is it moral or is it just? is it fair? I'm able as a Christian to say, no, it's not fair, because I deserve the punishment that he took on himself. Faith to me is everything. We grew up in a household of faith and learned to love Jesus and love the church and serve the church from the family that I grew up in. And so my wife and I have embraced that same life of faith, and we have taught the Christian faith to our children to understand themselves and their world because of him and his teaching.
I think Richard might be immortal, you guys. I think Richard has been in his existence since the beginning of time, and it's just been like just living through as like an average dude. And finally, he hit the breaking point and became a Satanist. That's my theory. I mean, it could change my mind.
He is a vampire, though.
Did he say that?
No.
Oh. I believe it. Dude, there are actual vampires out there. I wonder if there's a Jubilee video about vampires. Seeing eye to eye with, like,
vampire hunters.
Yeah, can we find a middle ground? Vampires versus vampire slayers. Jubilee, hit me up. I'll be your writer.
I believe there is a higher purpose in life.
I mean...
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I strongly believe there's a higher purpose in life. I don't think I found it yet, and I hope I would like to believe that I will one day in the journey of my life.
I completely agree. I don't know what my purpose is, and I don't think there's like a higher purpose that fits for everybody. But to me, the idea that there's some bigger purpose has always been very comforting to me. Otherwise, kind of what's the point of all of this?
No, I fully agree. I believe it's a question that we all ask, and it's one of the gifts of faith, in my opinion, so that when there's times of epidemic and war,
Pandemic.
You're right. That's a better
Worldwide.
pandemic. That we're able to understand, even in those situations of difficulty and conflict and anxiety and fear, that there is a higher purpose in life, and that there's more than what we see.
Sean looks like his alarm went off.
I
late
trouble
this
with the
morning.
phraseology higher purpose, because that, again, that denotes, do I believe God? No, but I do believe higher purpose as in love, to give, to be generous, to be kind, to help, to heal, to be there to understand.
The phrase higher purpose it's a loaded phrase.
I
Yeah.
struggle with higher purpose because it's like God said,
I choose you.
yeah, I choose you, and
Exactly.
you are going to do this thing, and you're going to continue doing this thing for the rest of your life. And I really struggle with that.
Can I just
Yeah.
ask, and I mean this with because I
Yeah, you
see
can't
your
offend
statement
me.
with that.
You literally cannot offend me. What's up?
But
What's
this
up,
is
bro?
very,
Come on.
just curiosity.
Yeah.
What if everyone was committed to this idea that like in the way that you expressed it? So I would say some people that are sort of pro-religion, like I am, would say that in order for us to bind together as a culture and learn to kind of work together and help cause one another to flourish, we have to agree on some kind of higher purpose or a common set of principles.
I disagree. I don't really see a need for having a prescriptive purpose. I'm struggling to even see what you see as the value in saying that you have a higher purpose.
Maybe it's more of a fear or a concern, right? That if everyone got up every day and said that life is all about me, and that's what, and I'm not suggesting at all that that's what you're saying about.
I mean, it kind of is. Like,
Yeah.
It is my belief, I don't mean to interrupt either
No.
of you.
Yeah,
It
no.
is my belief that one should take care of oneself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because nobody else will.
Yeah.
People who do take care of themselves, they understand that it is balance, and they're not going to go out and cause anarchy and mayhem in the streets.
It can even be like a selfish act to be helping the
Dude, I'm low-key kind of a Satanist.
Why?
Like everything they're saying, like it makes. Oh, no, okay,
That's not
okay.
satanic fucking
Hold on.
bad.
Well, I exaggerated a little bit.
Like, just because like fucking Hitler
Don't
was a
clip that.
vegetarian,
Don't clip
you're
that,
like,
I'm not-
"Oh, yeah, I'm definitely a Nazi. Yeah, but, like what's
No, but like, what they're saying, like logically, like makes sense, right? Like, if everybody worries about themselves, and then once they like, you want to see Gomp? Where is Gomp? Gomp is above me. Gomp. It's Gomp. He's right there. What's up, Caleb? No, but like if everybody like just takes care of themselves, right? Like everybody's gonna be taken care of. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, like these are so typical people as well. Like the girl Satanist is like super, like I feel like artistic and like super outwards and like I would say weird, and then like the fucking vampire is like super similar to one guy.
He's not a
fucking-
vampire, dude. He's a scholar. Hold on, I need to grab Gomp. Dude, I can put Gomp in my frocket today. Whoop.
And then like the Hindu girl is literally like super, so like you get so much like scientist vibes from her or like well educated vibes.
Which one?
The Hindu.
Oh yeah, she's in grad school, I think, right? That's what she said. But no, but like, I'm a few beers in, but I'm trying to reach a conclusion here. Like I feel like all humans can just band together and like figure out what it means to be a good person, and then as long as we like hold ourselves to those type of like standards, then like the world's gonna be a good place, right? Like I feel like all like
You don't need 1,000 metaphors to figure out you shouldn't be a dick, dude.
All right, Bo Burnham. Is that Fantasy Boy? It is Fantasy Boy. Fantasy Boy's here tonight. I made him. I'm paying him.
What do I get paid for?
Friendship.
The community around you, and it's still a good thing. It's still important. It doesn't take a higher purpose to make that kind of thing happen. I was going to school with the intention to become
Look
an
at this
ordained minister in the
graph.
Pentecostal church. One of the things there is you read the Bible a lot every day, all day, and after doing that for like several hours a day and reading the Bible through back to back several times and discussing it, I wasn't sold at all. I guess I style myself more as a skeptic and a humanist than anything, and Satanism just happens to fit really nicely in that category for me. And this is actually also kind of like my outing video. Like my family doesn't know I'm a member of TST. They don't know I'm a Satanist.
Oh, they know. They probably know, bro. Just I'll tell you right now. They probably know. Wait, what just happened?
They're having some orgasms, dude.
Did they just have...
They're getting off, dude.
I haven't, as part of my own belief system for sure, a conviction that all of our hearts can at sometimes lead us to do acts of evil.
I can't even react, dude. I don't even know what to
I see it in
say.
the world around me on both
What
sides.
are you? It's like, who am I talking to?
Yeah, I think the phrasing is something that's it's a little bit catchy.
It's the dichotomy.
Yeah,
it just
I mean, I believe in right and wrong, and I think some things, for me, a lot of things lie in the gray area, but there are some things that I consider.
Do
right
I believe in
and
good
wrong,
and evil?
But I wouldn't say.
Am I a
it's the same as
Christian?
good.
Do I believe in good and evil? Hold on.
Depends on what you fucking.
Can I get a
define as
definition?
good as evil.
Can I get a definition, please?
Like, do I believe as fucking there's good people and evil people, or there's like every human being is fucking evil and fucking
I don't think
selfish.
that's what they're saying. I don't think that's what they're saying, is it?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like even like helpful acts or to help yourself, to make yourself feel better.
Yeah, like I think I like to break things down into like a super like primal, like evolutionary fucking understanding of humans, and like I feel like people are gonna gravitate towards like doing something that would like help themselves. Is that evil
Most like-
though? I don't think that's evil.
No, but whatever. Like, I don't believe in it. Everyone's just fucking selfish. Everyone's just gonna... Like, it's just... If everyone actually does that, act on, like... If people are actually smart and they act on, like, okay, what's best for me? And, like, don't fucking be short-sighted, that is... Then it will fucking include, okay, if I help this person, then they will help me. We actually get a fucking... connection, we yeah, blah blah blah, we have a relationship now that will be useful, that will help me further, like that's like
I mean,
how
as
you
long
should.
as long as you're not stepping, as long as you're not like shoving like a ton of like, if you're hurting people to help yourself.
But it's at the point where you don't give a fuck about yourself, where you don't give a fuck about others as well, more or less.
Continuing.
Good and evil, right?
That was beautifully said. That was.
Thank you.
But yeah, no, I agree with that. But I also believe that what is right and wrong has changed throughout history, and it's something where I don't know if everyday actions that I do right now are going to be considered evil later on. Like, is driving a car going to be considered wrong?
I don't believe in an evil.
What a fucking dumb thing to say. What an idiotic thing to say.
You mean driving car is evil? It's evil. The car is evil.
The cars. It's been the cars all these years.
But like I can't like.
Dude, look at this guy's chain though.
The paid vampire actor is can't take him seriously.
How can you say that something that every single human does is evil?
Well, everyone is selfish. Like if you help someone else, it's for your own cause as well.
I don't think that's the right use of the word evil though. Yeah, it's like wrong.
No, but like that's how fucking humans work and should work. Otherwise, it's fucking wrong if you just do like unselfish fucking things for no fucking gain for yourself. That's not how it should work. Like that, like in the fucking animal kingdom as well. Like that's not how it works. Like otherwise it would fall. Like there's no kind gesture. It's just.
What if in 300 years we get canceled because we once drove cars? Those idiots. Can't believe they drove cars. I literally lost a follower. I just saw that. I usually don't look at my followers, but I have one less than when I started this stream. Come back.
Evil entity who is pitchfork and horns and looking like me with a goatee. That doesn't actually happen. If you ask anybody throughout history,
how much time do you think he spends on that mustache?
They're always the hero of their own novel.
Even
1,000
yesterday,
years.
I went to the grocery store and there
Give
was
or
one
take.
person who had like more than 10 packs of toilet paper. And I do understand that
Toilet paper's not going to
Hannah,
save
thanks for
you.
the
yeah,
follow.
I do understand that he was being cautious and watching out for himself and his family. I just think the act of doing that is wrong because there were so many people who couldn't buy toilet paper.
But to
right?
him, that was right.
But that-
because he was looking out for his family, probably.
Yeah, so like I said, like I'm saying that I think the act is wrong, but I wouldn't say that he's evil. Like unless he has IBS or something, I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Hey,
Oh, he
feel
got
that, feel that.
Some of the core beliefs of Hinduism is to believe in dharma, making sure that you have enough for yourself and also enough for other people. But Satan in Hinduism is like an assistant to God, someone who can cause disruption, but that is more for the benefit of human beings by and large.
I believe Satan is evil.
Get over here, Sean. Come on, Sean. Get your ass over here, bitch. Wait.
Why did you stop?
I was trying to play it out in my head, but then I realized I don't agree with that. And
Okay.
stuff, yeah.
Well, the fact that there is a Satan, who is real, and the fact that he is evil is, I mean, it's an important, pretty central belief that we hold in the Christian faith, and that there is a good and loving God and a Satan who is evil.
Ow!
So-
That hurts your butt.
So let's go back to Genesis, okay? God wanted to keep humans from eating the fruit of knowledge, correct? And Satan, or the serpent, wanted to give humans that knowledge. I believe that's a good action.
That is a good
People like
action.
That's a good action.
So okay, so Satanism is very Western, right? Like, it's like it's derived from Christianity. Like, there's really, is there like an Eastern religion version of Satanism?
Religion is my favorite.
Dude, I love talking about religion.
Religion equals fucking extra sleep for me.
Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? You sound weird.
Huh?
You sound weird all of a sudden.
Trying to fucking get my earwax out.
But is Satanism just like worshiping Satan? Is that all it is? Is that like when you get to the nitty gritty? That's all we're doing? Is worshiping
Yeah,
old Lucy,
but-
Lucifer?
That's basically why it's.
Okay.
Not that you're like, oh yeah, yeah. I'm pretty like certain that it's pretty broad as well. Like,
That's justifiable.
The first person to advocate for equal rights.
Yes. We only heard God's perspective. And
Satan
from
advocated
I
for
mean,
equal
just
rights,
Looking
okay.
into the Bible, it's like we didn't hear Satan's perspective. Maybe he
he's an ally,
said,
dude.
"This is God is a tyrannical God, and I'm going to rebel from Him, and I'm going to become a fallen angel to help mankind."
My interpretation and understanding of that story is that God created an environment where and it was an environment of love and peace, and where his children that he created and who he loved, who he created in his image would.
They were naked and they didn't have understanding.
Yeah, and that this was an environment for them to
So
Well, wait, we gotta hear his whole point.
to flourish, and so he puts them in this environment, and he desires for them to
Dude, Richard
flourish
does
and
not like
to live
Sean.
in unashamed relationship with him and his perfection. And
This
his
is literally
glory
like
and-
God and the
and,
devil going
and
at it.
stupid.
I see God making simple, plain things because he's bored, if it's real then, and then saying, don't do this because I don't want you on my level, and if you do, I have to make sure you can't live forever so you really don't get on my level.
Would you think that if you heard that one of your friends was having a baby and you'd say, oh, you're just making a plaything for your...
That's
Depending
different.
on their
That's different.
intention of having
But
the
that-
baby,
but
There are
possibly,
some
yeah.
parents who
No,
use their kids as
absolutely.
Yeah.
their plaything.
Yeah.
But that's how I see the same generative love that out of which God created us.
I think for me, from as much knowledge as I have about Satan, I think Satan is a symbol of freedom and liberty, right? So that is not evil. Of course, like we discussed before, if people commit wrong deeds in the name of Satan, then
Speaking of
that's wrong.
Satan,
For me, I flip-flop a little only because I
got a
don't
little
think
Satan
that
right here.
on its own Satan is evil. I think he's used to represent evil. Whether he does or not, that's what he's used for. His character is very much used to say, like, you do something wrong, like, oh, that's an act of, like, the devil, kind of.
Satan
well, Satan in
represents
my
to
room with
me
me.
taking responsibility for your own actions.
isn't that right?
It says to thirst for knowledge, for understanding, to understand that man is an animal, sometimes worse than those around, but an animal nonetheless.
Religion has caused more harm than good.
Wait, that's true, right? Y'all heard about the
Religion
Crusades?
has caused a lot of harm. Is it the ultimate source of evil? No. Ultimately, people make their own decisions, but we talk about crusades and witch trials and the God hates fags and the snake handlers and the hypocrites.
Persecution
and
of science.
the subjection of science, the arts.
I mean, I don't know that there's been a major war that hasn't been at least fueled by religion, if not directly started by it. Some of them were just political things, but they were always had a religious backing at some point that like flared the fire up and made it so much worse than it would have been.
And
Isn't that kind of true? That's
they
true.
vote.
Oh God.
I think religion dictates moral values for a lot of people, and the way people interpret religion has caused harm.
the
Religion
persecution
itself
of the
would
Jews has to have
can
some
never
type
cause
of
any
like,
harm. It is meant for the good of society and for the good of people.
like if there wasn't a religion, that wouldn't have happened. Well, it might
Yeah,
happen in
and
another way,
like I
but-
said, yeah, the way, because I don't think any God would say that, okay, this child is going to burn in hell. It's probably the way people have interpreted it, or the way
Yeah,
people
that's true.
tell others,
Civil War-
the way
Civil
they've
War and,
practiced. Some people have practiced it.
There is harm in
Revolutionary
religion
War
done in
or
the name
not.
of religion, but it's hard to quantify on a
Religious.
cost-benefit analysis kind of way, which is worse, you know, having religion or not having religion. Religion is a form of power, it is a tool, and it reveals the worst in humanity and it reveals the best of humanity. And you can do a lot in the name of religion, but you can also do a lot of good in the name of religion.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think in the power word is very important to me. I have a lot of sensitivity about that, and where Christians have used either the Bible or their own conviction to express authority over other people in a way that doesn't lead to their flourishing. I think we're in agreement on that. As a member of the Christian church, I would say that there have been great contributions of people of faith to the cause of human flourishing and through medicine and healthcare and the arts and education and all those kinds of things. So
I wouldn't go about for the arts and medicines, but
Yeah.
for the arts, yeah, not for the
Well, for
medicines,
the
but
arts-
for the arts, yes.
Christian
There's
art is amazing.
beautiful artwork, beautiful,
Cathedrals
beautiful
are
artwork.
amazing.
Most of
Cathedrals
those
are
artists
beautiful.
were not Christian. They were
I
just
don't
hired
care
by-
if they were
Leonardo da
hired by
Vinci
the
was not a
church.
Christian.
I love it. I love Saint Sebastian portraits. I love all.
Some of the choral music is beautiful.
All of
The
it.
tradition is sometimes beautiful. There's beautiful things in it, and it can help calm someone if that is what they need. I do believe that people do need rituals. I myself have rituals.
So I mean, I think religion has given a lot of people
Sacrifice
some
a
kind of
lamb
peace of
each
mind. And I
Sunday.
think like even if it's necessarily like, again, I think that's what to you like someone believing in God. Like,
Where's
well,
the
that's just
skin
not true.
of
Why would you
his-
do that?
his
I
fallen
guess to me,
enemies
believing in God,
every day?
I don't think I've never ever imposed my religion on anyone around me. I use it as something that's like a personal relationship between me and God, and it's helped me again lots of times in those times of alone, like in those dark
dude,
moments, I guess,
cathedrals
or
are
in
so
those happy
cool.
moments, just thanking God for blessing my life, or in those dark moments, like feeling a little less alone is what it's helped. And I think people I've talked to have like felt similar things in that respect. I've always been proud of my religion. It's never something I've tried to hide. I think it's like if someone would have a conversation with me, not in an overbearing way, but it would be something that would come out very quickly in the conversation for some reason or another.
I consider myself a good person.
Stay there, buddy.
I'm
Nah,
a great
dude.
person.
Do you consider yourself a good
I
person,
really
Fantasy
think
Boy?
good and bad is objective because
Fuck
um,
that.
does everyone love me? No. There are people who absolutely wish me dead, and that's okay. Maybe I deserve
I'm a
it
great
from
person.
them. I don't know. But on the other hand, I help little old ladies across the street, and I give to the poor, and I give time and energy, and so
The
is
thing
that
is, you
good?
don't need
Maybe
to
it
think
outweighs
yourself
the
as a
bad.
good person.
It's that constantly striving to be
You
better in
just
whatever
need to
means that is,
know
but
what to
in a
think of
moving
yourself
forward sense, not just staying
and actually
stagnant.
have a thought
I'm this,
to
and I'm
know
going to stay
what
this
you
way
do
all the time.
think.
It's an active pursuit. Like you have to do
Completely.
it every single day.
Completely.
No, I do believe that being good is in these minute, like little actions, these micro actions that you do every single day.
I'm intrigued. Do you guys base it more on your intentions or more on your actions?
I think it's both, but intention is really important.
It is. Because sometimes you do something thinking that it's going to be a good thing, but it turns out to be disastrous. But as long as you had a good intention in it, I feel like it's
Like
not.
to a certain
Well,
extent.
I killed
To a
10
certain
people,
extent.
but it
People
wasn't.
do good
It was
things
my heart
because
was in the
they
right
think
place, bro.
That's what people expect. Good
I
things
meant
to be.
well.
Yeah, and for me, I would just hope that my faith would be borne out in acts of kindness and mercy and compassion and charity. And I know that doesn't necessarily come from me, but I believe that I'm a good person because of who God has made me to be.
Yeah.
I think you're a good person because you're a good person. I also think you're more moral than the God of the Bible. I think you're a genuinely good person, and I think you're better than the Bible.
I think there's good in everybody. Maybe sometimes it's deep within. But but I do think that at their core, everybody's a good person.
Lois, why are you a Satanist?
Well, I'm a Satanist because I originally started out as an atheist, but I wanted to find more ways to do advocacy work within a separation of church and state. And also, I think Satan is pretty cool. Satan is kind of a daddy. So here I am today talking about Satan.
No.
I respect all religions.
Bye, level up.
All?
I don't respect all religions.
All? I respect you if you're a good person and you're doing, if you think your religion is great, but I mean, there's probably a religion out there that I'm gonna say that's not okay.
I mean, I'm saying
Satan
I respect
is
all
my
religions in the sense of the ones that I
daddy.
know of. I guess technically
Yeah.
there's some obscure thing that I'm not aware of that really does stand for horrible things I don't agree with. My answer
Yeah.
will change.
Yeah, I think whatever you want to store your faith in, and if it helps you and helps you to unite with other people, of course, I'm sure we all respect that, and that helps you lead your life.
Though I have committed my life and future to a religion that believes that it is the right and the only way, I also believe I respect people and love people and believe in people's freedom to choose. So.
Even in Islam, in the Quran, we have this one chapter. What it talks about is the respecting of other people's religions. Like, your religion is for you, and my religion is for me, and like my religion is mine, and your religion is yours, and like that's okay in a sense. We're separate from each other, but still preaching that respect for one another.
Like, it's a platitude of all religions to say,
Platitude?
I respect your religion, I respect your religion, I respect your religion, but you're all saying, oh, I respect your right to have that religion, but then internally you're saying, Allah is the only God, Jesus is not God. Vishnu, Krishna, these are gods, these are deities. Jesus Christ is the only way, he is the answer, he is the only one. I'm right, you're all wrong, but I'm going to be nice about it.
I think that there's a difference between believing
Wait,
that
was Sean?
somebody else's
What was Sean just
I
looking
think
at?
that there's a difference
Sean's like, what the
between believing that somebody else's religion is wrong and respecting it. I feel like you can have respect and still disagree. And that's where I'm kind of coming from. And I disagree with all of you guys on your religious beliefs. But of course, everybody disagrees on their religious
Like,
beliefs.
I think we all disagree with
Yeah.
each other to a certain extent.
But we can all live in harmony and we can
And
all
respect the other
coexist.
person's views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The core of my religion is love.
Love.
Kind of, mostly, I mean.
I don't really follow
She goes to a different stool
specific
every time, dude.
organized religion.
I love
but
it.
I do believe that at my
I
core,
hate it.
my belief system is full of love for everybody and respect.
First tenet in the temple of
She's
Satan
like a
is
person like
to
I
have
would
compassion and
fucking,
empathy for all living creatures within
like think
a
about
reasonable
how I would
understanding of it,
fucking
And to love yourself, too,
remove
I
them
think
from
that's
my life.
For me, Islam is always, again, as far as self-love goes, was always like
She doesn't care, dude. Satan's
preach
her daddy.
self-respect for yourself,
You
respect
think
your
she
body,
cares about what you
respect your
think?
belongings, respect your public space, respect the earth, and love all. And it's just been a guiding force for love in my life, and I think it's because of
It's
the love
just
that's rooted inside
fucking,
within it.
not a
I'm
fat
curious.
baby, but
Did
a
you
baby.
learn anything about the other side or about a specific person in this group that you didn't expect?
For me, honestly, it was more of that I didn't know what to expect, only because I know a bit more about Christianity, I know a bit more about Hinduism, just you don't learn about Satanism in school very much.
Well, to be fair, not to interrupt,
Yeah.
we three identify as Satanists, but we three also believe completely
very different.
We're
Of
very
course.
different.
Of course, and I think that's why for me I didn't really come in with many expectations. I was just willing and eager to hear what you had to say, hear your point of view. Our reason for doing what we do is a bit different, but I think we all want to be good people and live good, happy lives and preach love in some way or another. I don't mean preach in a religious sense. I just mean like be loving people. I think we all want similar things, just for different reasons.
Satanism is a newer religion. I mean, the Satanic Temple, obviously extremely new.
Yeah, very.
Church of Satan, as run by Anton LaVey, very new.
Aleister Crowley, still within the last...
Pretty new too. I mean, obviously there's been occultism throughout the world for ages and ages and ages, but we have the benefit of coming in with these progressive ideologies and being able to form a new idea of what is acceptable.
In light of the coronavirus, we aren't doing handshakes or
Yo! Satan stream coming soon. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't have to watch ads during the Satan stream.
Subscribe for Satan.
Subscribe,
Hail Satan.
sub for Satan. Dabbing for Satan, baby. No, but that was interesting.
Nah, boring.
It was interesting though.
Nah. No one was like fucking. Even Mr. Vampire guy should have fucking stabbed some people with words.
With his devil tongue. Just
Yeah,
like tongue punching
he
somebody.
he pussied out, dude. He pussied out. He started out hard, but like,
Oh, it's because he got in trouble for interrupting Sean the whole time.
No one cares about Sean.
I like Sean.
Sean's like a pussy Catholic. He's not like a
He's not even a
fucking-
Catholic.
Wait, Sean was.
Sean wasn't Catholic.
Or Christian. Blah blah blah.
Have some respect.
But like he was like a quiet one, and I'm like, why would you even be fucking that like strongly Christian if you don't want to slap it in people's faces? You don't get it.
I don't even know how to answer your question.